It showed a future where Lisa Simpson becomes the president of the United States after inheriting a country that was crumbling from Donald Trump.
Yo, I swear to God, let me find out that the next president is a woman and this is true. I'm leaving America. SGGs, I'm taking y'all with me, bro. What's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna be looking at the Simpsons predictions for 2025. We all know Simpsons has a good track record for finding out what's the next crazy thing that's gonna happen. So let's see what they're gonna say about 2025. Let's get started.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we are looking into yet another claim about the Simpsons predicting a big news event. The story this time is that the iconic TV show eerily predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus.
And they got coronavirus on the drawing sketch. Yo, I'll be honest with you. Whoever the script writers is for the Simpsons, I feel like we gotta search on their files or something. They might actually have the list to like Epstein and whatnot, because there's no way you could be predicting a virus and the title of it as well.
For over 30 years, The Simpsons has been more than just a hilarious cartoon.
True.
It's been strangely predictive of real-world events.
Yeah.
From mind control through music to the possibility of a nuclear disaster.
No, this can't be happening.
After the first couple of predictions, I wonder if they were like, damn, that was a coincidence. Do they just laugh it off, or were they like, yeah, we kind of know? What is their shtick?
The show has consistently mirrored the unexpected twists and turns of our world.
Damn.
Now with 2025 fast approaching, what else has The Simpsons predicted?
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III!
That better not be true. Yo, Simpsons, let's just scratch up that episode. Let's just go ahead and delete it. At the very least, I want it to be a couple generations away. Whatever happens when I'm not on this earth, it don't matter.
What crazy Simpsons scenarios could come true in 2025? In this video, we will look into Simpsons predictions for 2025.
Okay.
AI robots. The Simpsons are kind of spooky when it comes to predicting the future, especially with technology. Take Treehouse of Horror 14, where Homer loses his job due to an alcohol test, hinting at a future where robots take over jobs, something that's happening now with AI.
I remember they said something about it being 2025 and people will have girlfriends or boyfriends as AI robots. Yo, if you're putting your ding-a-ling in these mechanics, I honestly think you should get jail time for it. There is no reason why we should be looking at robots for future partners. Now, for a little task, why not? But it's kind of scary to think that people will just buy robots to do chores that they would probably pay humans more for in the long run.
By 2025, robots could be doing a lot more than just assisting. They could be taking over entire roles.
Damn.
What do you think your greatest skills are?
Well, I would say that one of my greatest skills is my ability to interact with humans in a conversational manner.
Another episode has Homer
Yo, why are those Simpsons bots looking bad as hell though? Maybe it's time to really upgrade.
and his friends training AI robots. A thought that felt crazy back then but is happening today. But just like in the 1994 Itchy and Scratchy Land episode where robots go rogue, there are real warnings about AI turning against us.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of movies that predict that as well. Even though Simpsons 1994 seems hella early, let's be real. If robots do exist and they're smarter than us, we're cooked.
I look at their hands, which have turned into buzzsaws. And
With AI advancing so fast, we might be in for some big changes by 2025.
True. I just feel bad for the people that actually have jobs that robots would actually replace. I think there's certain tasks robots could just certainly not replace, like athletes, for example. I don't think anyone wants to watch robots play sports. But for certain other tasks, like, I don't know, prepping food and whatnot, that's scary.
What other Simpsons predictions should we look out for in 2025?
Let's see.
Could The Simpsons be the ultimate fortune teller? What you are about to hear will blow your mind. Apple Vision Pro. The Simpsons may have seen the future when they showed Springfield residents using virtual reality headsets in their 2016 episode Friends and Family. The characters used the headsets to travel anywhere, finish tasks, and enjoy life without moving a muscle. Sound familiar?
I mean, VR was a thing as well, but I guess in terms of like going outside with it, I see that.
This looks a lot like Apple's Vision Pro, which lets users interact with a virtual world using just their eyes and hands.
I think this was more hype than it actually was practical for. Like, I haven't seen many people outside just rocking these in public and, you know, just strolling around. And if I do, I feel like I would shame them. Bro, you're outside, like, interact with the real world.
Hands.
A video that has gone viral on social media claims The Simpsons predicted the newly released Apple Vision Pro. And in the clip, characters are seen going about their daily lives. You can see them wearing virtual reality headsets.
The episode hilariously shows how people got so caught up in their virtual lives that they forgot about the real world. In 2025 virtual lives, that they forgot about the real.
Yo, what is he doing? There will never be any VR reality where I will replace it for actually having a real woman in front of me.
World. In 2025, with devices like the Vision Pro gaining popularity, will we see the Simpsons prediction come true?
I mean, do you know how expensive a Vision Pro is? I don't think 90% of the world can afford this. I'd much rather prefer my eyes.
Maybe it's time to prepare for a future where virtual reality blends into our everyday lives in ways we never imagined.
Not really.
FIFA controversy. The Simpsons predicted the infamous FIFA bribery scandal in the episode You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, Season 25, Episode 16. The storyline shows corrupt soccer officials being arrested and highlights bribery in international football. Interesting.
Can we be real? All sports include some sort of bribery. You cannot tell me that some people just don't stand to benefit from wins or losses. Like if I was referee and I found out my distant cousin bet $10 million on the other team to win, guess what? I'm cheating.
Shortly after the episode aired in 2014, real-life FIFA executives were indeed arrested for corruption.
Damn.
FIFA, the world governing body for soccer, is under fire yet again for corruption allegations related to the 2018 and 2022 World Cup bids,
making the prediction eerily accurate. The episode also features Homer standing firm against taking a bribe while working as a referee, a humorous take that contrasts sharply with real-world events. The show's writers even depicted Brazil losing to Germany in the World Cup, though in real life, this occurred during the semifinals instead of the final.
If you watch that match, that was actually sad as hell. I don't think anyone watched that game like, wow, this is fun. There's no reason why your team should get whooped that bad.
Looking ahead to 2025, given FIFA's continued controversies and global discussions about transparency in sports, it wouldn't be surprising if The Simpsons' foresight continues to resonate. Black hole. India's recent space launch might help us reveal new secrets about black holes. But a 2013 Simpsons episode, Treehouse of Horror 23, had something even scarier in mind.
There's no way this is gonna happen in 2025 or in the next coming years. If there's a black hole that spawns in the middle of this world, what can we do? We're not even gonna be thinking about Simpsons if we're being real.
In this spooky tale, a small black hole appears in Springfield and starts pulling in objects.
That's not happening.
As it grows larger, it devours more and more, eventually consuming all of Springfield. But instead of destroying everything, the black hole transports the people and objects to another dimension, where extraterrestrial beings greet them as visitors from another realm. You
know what? I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I feel like we need new species. The world kind of needs an update. What if we need update? Give me some alien women. Let me greet them using some Earth signs. I don't know.
A wild idea that raises the question, could black holes really be gateways to other worlds? With space exploration advancing,
I feel like it's gonna
could
be
something like this actually be discovered in 2025? It's both exciting and terrifying to think about. Nuclear Armageddon.
Hell no. I'll be the first one to tell you right now. I think out of every way that this Earth could possibly go down, it gotta be anything nuclear related. The fact that we have weapons that could potentially end the world and we're trusting them to a couple people that are obviously stupid is insanity to me. Why can't we just all collectively decide, yo, we all want to live together, right? You want your kids to live, I want my kids to live, we're good. But no, we just had to invent things that would cause our demise. For what?
The Simpsons has once again made a spine-tingling prediction about nuclear Armageddon. And fans can't help but be on edge. In one episode, Homer is the only survivor of a nuclear disaster, and this is a very unsettling thought that feels a little too close for comfort. Another plotline sees a secret organization setting off a nuclear explosion. What's even creepier? The world today is seeing rising nuclear tensions, especially with military threats in the air.
And the fact that people are testing it, trying to flex on others, talking about we have bigger bombs than you. I genuinely feel like if one country decides to let their bombs go off, everybody's cooked. I'm gonna move my back to a place nobody wanna live, England.
Like those from Russia. The Simpsons even predicts disruptions like solar flares or nuclear plant meltdowns that could bring chaos.
Damn.
And scientists today are warning about real threats, like cyber attacks on nuclear plants or solar storms messing with—
What's to say someone is not gonna like just hack one of the devices that could just set one off and just do it? There's definitely intelligent people out there with an evil intent to just end the world. I mean, we got school shooters. And you know, they'll do it just because they see someone on the internet do it. So honestly, if we live this next 50 years with no issue, that would be amazing.
with our tech. Is it really happening? Only time will tell. But this is a prediction to watch out for. Economic collapse.
All right. You're scaring me. All right. Can we get some good predictions? Oh, can we predict that, I don't know, everyone is going to be rich for a duration of time? Healthcare going to be cheap. Like, we're all going to be good. Why are all these predictions like talking about our demise?
Imagine this. The Simpsons predicted the financial chaos of 2025, where an economic collapse has the potential to reshape the world as we know it.
I'm taking all my money out of stocks. To anybody that owes me money, you better pay up now. I'm sorry. What do you mean the economic collapse of 2025? I don't even got a house yet. You know what? Honestly, I should have bought a house when I was 2 years old during like the housing market crash. The fact that I ain't purchased anything makes me mad. Where am I gonna live?
The show, with its knack for predicting the future, has already given us a glimpse of what this might look like.
What?
In one of the episodes, Treehouse of Horror 99, a disastrous economic fallout begins when Homer's job at the nuclear plant goes south, leading to societal breakdown. Fast forward to Back to the Future, and we see Lisa Simpson as president, inheriting a dire budget situation left by the previous administration. Her words echo real-world struggles. As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump.
Damn.
Could 2025 see the fulfillment of these Simpsons predictions? If history repeats—
If there's any economic collapse and we're all broke, I just want to say, I love you, okay? Okay, next prediction gotta be good.
itself, we might be in for an economic roller coaster, with financial disasters and political power shifts reshaping everything we know. Moving to Mars. One of the most thrilling predictions from The Simpsons is the colonization of Mars.
Why would you even want to live in Mars? Just to say you live in Mars, it's literally just orange and just orange. I'm good here on Earth. Like, if we're gonna discover a planet, let's discover something like Earth related that looks cooler. I don't want to be on Mars.
In a standout episode, Lisa and Marge embark on a mission to build a habitat on the Red Planet. While Lisa volunteers for a one-way trip, Marge isn't too thrilled. To stop her, the whole family signs up. The show imagines Mars colonization happening before 2026, though the mission initially fails. Lisa and Marge make it to Mars in 2051, but in a surprising twist, Lisa decides to move to Venus instead. This wild scenario might seem out there, but it aligns with Elon Musk's real-life ambitions for—
What does Venus even look like? Is this even inhabitable? This literally looks like just heat.
Mars. His SpaceX program is pushing for space travel and aiming to make Mars home for humanity.
Or you know what we could do? Actually use that money to focus on the people on this planet. What about that? Let's be real. We're gonna have the Earth for the next couple of million years. Let's just leave it to the future generations to figure something out. For now, let's make sure everyone is not hungry.
In fact, many have already applied for this mission, eager to make this space dream a reality. Hover cars. In 2005, the Simpsons—
You see, this is the invention I could get behind. Every time I see dumb things happening in 2025, I'm here thinking they said we were gonna have flying cars by this year. Why do we still have people gooning in drive-thrus? Let's first get flying cars done before we care about Mars. Or nuclear devices.
Bart and Lisa would one day use a machine to look into their future. In this vision, Marge leaves Homer after he spends all their money on an underwater house and a hover car.
What's funny about that is that's something Homer would actually do. I'm surprised she stayed with him for that long.
The hover car, though a bit bumpy, takes them through a quantum tunnel, and the scene feels pretty futuristic. Then, in a 1992 episode of Asterisk, Itchy and Scratchy Land
Yo, how old is The Simpsons?
Asterisk, we see an older Homer and Bart walking down the street, passing by a hover car on their way to the cinema. By then, hover cars have become as common as any other mode of transportation. Fast forward to today, and while hover cars are still a dream for most, The Simpsons might not be too far off. In other episodes, Bart and Lisa cruise around the city in hover cars, showing us a future where they're the primary way of getting around. With all the advancements in tech and things like Elon Musk's work on electric vehicles, it's not too crazy to think we might see hover cars by 2025.
I feel like if there's gonna be a hover car, it gotta be in China. I feel like they already have something like that, but I definitely see this happening in the next 5 years.
Could The Simpsons have gotten this right? Let's wait and see. Autonomous vehicles.
Huh?
In The Simpsons, Self-driving cars take a turn for the worse in the
that's already happening though. And that's actually kind of scary. The fact that there's cars that drive without a human being behind the steering wheel, I would not trust it. Here's the thing with at least driving yourself. You could ear on the wheel and then you could actually survive. With having a self-driving car, someone else could be the problem. If you're the one steering off the wheel, then you'll be safe.
episode Baby You Can't Drive My Car. While self-driving vehicles are a huge leap forward, this episode shows how things can go wrong when technology doesn't work as expected. Homer and Marge end up in a self-driving car, and Homer gets confused about how to steer, only for the car to continue moving even when he needs a bathroom break. It's an unsettling thought, right? In real life, we've seen the development of self-driving cars.
And then imagine if someone hacks a self-driving car and they just like put you like near a bridge. What are you gonna do then?
Though they're still a work in progress. Companies like Tesla and Waymo are making strides, but challenges remain, from safety concerns to the legal side of things. There's also the issue of accidents caused by malfunctioning tech, just as The Simpsons predicted. Like people walking into traffic while distracted by their VR headsets or having a self-driving car fail to stop in time.
Yeah.
But all of these problems will be solved just in time for 2025. And we will get to fully see autonomous vehicles on our roads without major hiccups.
I've already seen some without hiccups, but I'm just not trusting it. I'd rather much go have a regular Uber drive me, okay?
Large-scale environmental disaster.
LA wildfires.
Who remembers the Simpsons movie from 2007?
I
know, the one where Homer somehow manages to dump a ton of pig poop into Springfield Lake, kicking off an environmental crisis of epic proportions?
Damn.
Naturally, the government steps in and wraps the town in a gigantic bubble to quarantine the disaster.
Okay.
A bit over the top? Sure, but the whole environmental mess? Well, that feels a little too close to home, doesn't it? Fast forward to 2025, and there are predictions of climate change right in our faces.
I definitely think we should do things to help the planet because at the end of the day, we live in here. But I think we have to find the right balance and actually know the studies before we enact anything. And this might be a base take. But bro, after a couple of generations, call me selfish, but do it matter? I'm just playing.
Rising sea levels, extreme weather, wildfires, and all that good stuff. While a bubble over Springfield might be a bit too extreme, it's not too far-fetched to imagine how these kinds of disasters could lead to huge real-life problems.
True.
Take a look at cities like Miami.
Eventually, after a couple hundred years, this planet is probably gonna have some sort of effects on it and people can't breathe properly. That's scary.
Miami and New York, which are gearing up for flooding, or California, battling constant wildfires.
Yeah.
All this stuff may get worse in 2025, and it looks like we might be—
And the fact that we have all this technology to do whatever, but we can't stop LA from burning that much is insanity.
towards some serious—
And LA is a rich area too. You would assume they would have so much people just on the lookout to really just handle the issue fast.
environmental consequences unless we start taking action. The conclusion of existence.
Huh?
The Simpsons have always been ahead of their time, but in one episode, they took it to a whole new level with a little apocalyptic drama.
Okay.
In a flash of pure Homer wisdom, he predicts the end of the world based on a passage from Revelation chapter 6, verse 13. Stars falling to earth, the rapture.
All right, bro. How much things are gonna happen in 2025? Like, calm your ass down. Let's just take it prediction by prediction. Now you telling me the whole world gonna end. Chill. It's too early. I still need a girlfriend.
The whole shebang. Sounds like your typical end of the world stuff, right? Homer tells his friends and family that the apocalypse is coming. And when the day finally arrives, everyone's waiting for some big dramatic moment. But here's the twist. Nothing really happens, except Homer finds himself in heaven, of all places. No dramatic battle.
Homer of everyone? I feel like Homer is the last person.
No fiery chaos. Just a big old surprise that he's chilling in the afterlife. This episode reminds us that the end could come at any time.
2025 seems a little early, bro. Calm down. It gotta be at like the year 5000.
But maybe it won't be as exciting as we think. You know, just a little Simpsons twist on the whole Doomsday scenario. Personalized medicine and genetic advancements.
Okay, if this is gonna happen, tell me that I can increase my meat a couple inches, bro. All right, like we have all these genetic advancements, but we're not advancing the things that need to be advanced. I need a height increase. I need to be more intelligent. I need more hair follicles. That's what we need, not these other BBLs and whatnot.
In the classic episode Homer the Heretic, Homer visits a futuristic medical office where technology can instantly identify his health issues. It's a quick, almost comedic way to show how advancements in medicine could lead to personalized care tailored to your very DNA.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. This is no longer just TV fantasy. By 2025, we might be living in a world where personalized medicine isn't just for the super rich or Hollywood elites.
That's kind of scary to think that the people who create these medicines, they could put whatever price they want on it, and at the end of the day, humans still need it. Because if they don't have it, they could die. And I will say, with the whole CEO situation of Luigi, we definitely gotta start looking at how to make these items more affordable so that people could live.
We're already seeing real breakthroughs with CRISPR gene editing technology and custom-tailored treatments that match your genetic makeup.
Damn.
Picture getting a health diagnosis where your doctor doesn't just guess, but actually knows exactly what's going on inside your body at the
Shouldn't that be all the doctors? Shouldn't doctors just know?
genetic level. Sounds like the future, right? Well, the future might just be here before we know it. The rise of 3D printed food.
So long as we could eat it, yes, I'm all for it, but something doesn't look like we can. I don't want to eat Lego bread.
In the episode The Food Wife from season 23, Homer, Marge, and the kids are introduced to the futuristic world of 3D printed food.
I don't mind.
They get to taste a meal that's created by a 3D printer that builds food layer by layer, almost like a mini food factory.
That's not bad.
While this might have seemed like a hilarious, far-fetched concept back then, the idea of 3D printed food is no longer just a funny cartoon.
But that looks like actual ingredients though. So is it really 3D printed or is it just a machine that's making it?
Idea, it's becoming a reality. Companies around the world are developing 3D printers that create food, using everything from chocolate to pizza dough.
Okay,
Some are
that's
even
not
trying to
bad.
make these techie meals more sustainable by printing foods with protein-rich ingredients like algae or plant-based substitutes.
And they got healthy alternatives. Yo, sign me up, bro. I'll buy 3 of them, bro. A lot of times I'd be lazy making food. So if I got something that can actually know what I want to make, let's do it.
By 2025, we could be printing our meals at home, or at least grabbing a slice of pizza or a fancy dessert created by a printer in a restaurant. And who knows, with the rise of sustainability and innovation in food production, 3D printed food might become as common as microwaving a ready meal.
I think some of these Simpsons predictions are kind of dumb in a sense where it's kind of like they show something and then, oh, if it happens in real life, then they predicted it. If that's the case, then a lot of movies predict things. I feel like it has to be very specific.
Music-induced mind control.
Every time I play cardio, I feel like I'm in the mind control. So granted, this has already been done. You're a little too late.
World War III. Season 11 contained an episode titled Barth to the Future, which aired on March 19th in the year 2000.
Okay.
In this episode, a startling prediction of the possibility of World War III was talked about.
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III!
For some reason, this one doesn't feel far-fetched. I feel like just the title World War III just makes sense. Like it was meant to be the last sequel to the trilogy. Hopefully not.
Down to the fallout shelter. The bombs are dropping.
It showed a future where Lisa Simpson becomes the president of the United States after inheriting a country that was crumbling from Donald Trump.
What?
One of the scenes shows Lisa talking about the budget crisis she had inherited from her predecessors, which implied that things had gotten rock bottom before she took over.
You know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke?
Yo, I swear to God, let me find out that the next president is a woman and this is true. I'm leaving America. SGGs, I'm taking y'all with me, bro.
How can that be?
Although the prediction of World War III hasn't come to pass as of now, the portrayal of a future riddled with global conflicts is eerily accurate in capturing the current anxieties of our time.
From now on, other countries beef against each other, y'all gotta fight. I feel like if presidents started like 1v1 sparring, we wouldn't have issues like this. Why do y'all gotta get innocent people to participate in y'all wars, bro? We just all wanna chill. We just wanna have a good life, raise our families, period.
With the ongoing tensions between nations like Israel and Palestine, for example, with world powers like the US and Russia at opposite sides, and the Ukraine-Russian war. All these are bases for another world war, if you think the post-virtual reality.
Anyways, YouTube, those are the Simpsons predictions for 2025. Let me know what your predictions for 2025 is. If you believe any of the predictions that were stated in here, make sure you guys like, subscribe, road to 700K. More uploads on the way. Wax up for life. Love y'all.